Alright, so the Blaze Fenix OTK deck revolves around getting out Blaze Fenix and using his effect, which inflicts damage to your opponent equal to the number of cards on the field times 300. And just using his effect over and over thanks to the wonderful combination of Chain Material and Fusion Gate. What Fusion Gate does, it allows you to fusion summon as many times as you want as long as you have the materials for the cards in your hand or on the field. Kind of like polymerization, except the cards gets removed from play instead of going to the graveyard. Chain Material allows you to use fusion material monsters if you're allowed to fusion summon from anywhere, like in play. Basically, it allows you to use the cards from your deck, from your graveyard, from your hand, or the field. It allows your graveyard and deck to come into play. But you can't attack the turn you use it, and the monsters summoned using Chain Material are destroyed at the end of the turn and go to the graveyard. So what you do is you get out Fusion Gate, and then activate Chain Material, and then you just fusion summon Blaze Fenix using cards from your deck, like Volcanic Shell or Machine type, like Cyber Valley, and bringing them out and using his effect. And you bring out 3 Blaze Phoenixes, and then you summon 2 of the Blaze Phoenixes using these Ignition Beast Volcanon, or using one of the previous Blaze Phoenix to summon a Blaze Phoenix, since he himself is a Pyro type, so he can be used for the condition. And what you can even do is just bring out UFO Fighter, because he's a Machine type and can be brought out with UFO Roid and a Warrior type monster. Usually you're going to use Stratos for this. That's the only reason Stratos is in here, basically, is to be fused with UFO Roid. You don't use any of the other elemental hero monsters. You bring out this guy just so you have more cards in the field, and then once you have these 3 removed from play, or 2 of them, you bring out Electrum using Clayman, Blaster Nyx, Avian, and Bubbleman. And what he does is he returns all cards that are removed from play back to the deck. So it'll return your Blaze Phoenixes back to your deck, plus all the cards that were used for the summon back to your deck, and then you can just bring them out again and use his effect until your opponent runs out of life points. And to get this combo off, you basically just have nothing but draw power. Triple Reckless Greed, Hand Destruction, Mallet, Dark World Dealing, with Huntsman of Dark World, so you can actually get hand advantage back after using it. Triple Upstart, since you're going to be doing unlimited damage to your opponent's life points. Is it unlimited? It's not unlimited, but it is a lot. Yeah, so also Terraform, because this deck revolves around getting Fusion Gate and Chain Material out. And just a whole bunch of Rainbow Neos. You won't ever bring him out. I don't know why he's in there. These other ones are just in case. Actually, I don't think you really use anything else except UFO Fighter. Or, actually, this one's pretty good. If your opponent has a high attack position monster, say they have like a Blue Eyes on this side of the field, and you bring this card out, he has the exact same conditions as Blaze Phoenix, just a Pyro and Machine type monster. And what you can do is destroy the monster your opponent has, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. And then this card gets destroyed as well. And he just goes to your graveyard, and he's a Machine type rather than a Pyro type, so you can use him to bring out another Blaze Phoenix. And since you have Chain Material, you can use him from the graveyard, so it's all good. And yeah, that's the whole deck. It's just using his effect over and over. It's really good. And there is another variation where you can use it on your first turn. Where is it? Blaze Phoenix. Because of Chain Material is a trap card, you can't use this effect on your first turn because you have to wait for your next turn before actually using it. So there is an FTK variation, since you run Bubbleman in this deck, and you need Bubbleman in this deck to use Electrum's effect. I don't know why I only have 1 Bubbleman in here. I should have like 3. Anyways, what you do is bring out Bubbleman and activate Bubble Illusion. Bubble Illusion allows you to activate a trap card from your hand, and only if you have Bubbleman on the field. So what you do is throw down Fusion Gate, summon Bubbleman, activate Bubble Illusion, activate Chain Material, and you win, because you just bring out Blaze Phoenix like 3 times, and then fusing them, remove them from play, send them back with Electrum, and just do it again. Summon another Electrum, send them back. You can fuse the 2 Electrums into one of these monsters so they get removed from play, and then summon your 3rd Electrum and return these 2 back to your deck. So you can use it as much as you want. and I just remembered why I have these cards here, is to fuse double Electrum in case there's really like no monsters in the field or your opponent somehow increases life points by a ton, because you can infinitely loop them with 3 Electrums. Even just 1 Electrum and just fusing it with one of these, because he is an elemental hero monster, so he counts as the effect of 1 elemental hero plus 1 light monster, since he's light plus wind, fire, water, and earth. So really any of them except the dark one would work. And I have shiny and absolute 0 because they're awesome. Because if they accidentally get destroyed at the end of the turn with chain material, both of their effects go off. 0, destroying all your opponent's monsters, and shining allow you to take monsters removed from play and add them back to your hand. And Destiny and Dragoon, that's from an earlier version I was running, you don't need him. What you should do is replace it with another Ignition Beast Volcano. And this version has a little bit less draw power, but it's basically the same. Triple, well, you only have 2. Double Emergency Call, plus Reinforcements of the Army, because you want to add Bubble Man to your hand, so you can OTK them. First turn kill them with Bubble Illusion. This version of the deck is terrible, and I personally just prefer to use the OTK variation with taking White Elephant's Gift out, put in a triple Cyber Valley because this card sucks. So yeah, that's the Blaze Fenix deck.